We like to think that intelligence is a shield, a way to navigate the world with grace and precision. We assume that smart people make smart choices. Yet, we've all witnessed the baffling phenomenon of brilliant minds stumbling over seemingly obvious pitfalls. We've seen CEOs make disastrous business decisions, renowned scientists fall prey to easily avoidable errors, and gifted artists sabotage their own success. How can this be? Are these individuals not as intelligent as we thought, or is there something more nuanced at play? The truth is, intelligence doesn't make us immune to poor judgment. The human brain, for all its complexity, is wired for efficiency. It relies on shortcuts and heuristics to process information quickly, especially in familiar situations. While these mental shortcuts are often helpful, they can also lead to cognitive biases and blind spots. Think of it like taking the same route to work every day. You might be so accustomed to the path that you miss a detour sign, even if it's directly in front of you. Similarly, our minds can become stuck in patterns of behavior, even when those patterns are no longer serving us. The key is not to strive for perfect rationality, an impossible feat, but to understand the nature of our own fallibility and develop strategies to mitigate it. Stupidity, as it turns out, is not the opposite of intelligence. It's not about a lack of brain power or an inability to grasp complex concepts. Instead, it's about the persistent repetition of harmful behaviors, the stubborn refusal to learn from our mistakes, and the blind adherence to outdated patterns of thought. Think of the person who repeatedly falls for the same online scams, despite knowing the warning signs. Or the executive who implements the same failed strategy year after year, hoping for a different outcome. These aren't necessarily unintelligent people. They may be highly skilled in certain areas, possessing vast knowledge and expertise, yet they remain trapped in a cycle of self-sabotage, unable to break free from the gravitational pull of their own ingrained habits. Stupidity, in this sense, is not a fixed trait. It's a state of being, a mode of operation that we can slip into and out of. The difference lies in our willingness to recognize these patterns and make a conscious effort to change them. Instead of viewing our mistakes as evidence of our limitations, we can choose to see them as opportunities for learning and development. The Italian economist Carlo M. Cipolla offered a particularly insightful perspective on stupidity. He argued that stupidity is a more dangerous force in the world than malice, because while malicious individuals can be countered by other malicious individuals, stupidity operates independently of intelligence, morality, or any other human quality. Cipolla's theory hinges on the idea that a stupid person is someone who causes harm to others or themselves without any personal gain. He famously stated, "A stupid person is a person who causes losses to another person or to a group of persons, while himself deriving no gain and even possibly incurring losses." This definition highlights the insidious nature of stupidity. It's not just about making mistakes, it's about the ripple effect those mistakes can have on others. A single act of stupidity can have far-reaching consequences, impacting not just the individual but also their families, communities, and even entire societies. Think of the engineer who cuts corners on safety regulations, leading to a catastrophic building collapse, or the politician who spreads misinformation for personal gain, eroding public trust and undermining democratic institutions. These acts of stupidity can have devastating consequences, leaving a trail of damage in their wake. Cipolla's work serves as a stark reminder that we must be vigilant in our efforts to combat stupidity, both in ourselves and in others. We must strive to create a world where critical thinking is valued, information is reliable, and the cost of stupidity is too high to bear. One of the most powerful ways to overcome the trap of stupidity is to embrace the concept of failure. It seems counterintuitive, even paradoxical. Why would we willingly court failure? Shouldn't we strive for success at all costs? The answer lies in understanding the true nature of failure. Consider the story of Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb. He famously conducted over 10,000 experiments before finally achieving success. When asked about his numerous failures, Edison reportedly said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Edison understood that every experiment, every failed attempt, brought him one step closer to his goal. He didn't see failure as a setback, but as valuable data, information that could be used to refine his approach and ultimately achieve success. This mindset, this willingness to embrace failure as part of the process, is what sets apart those who achieve greatness from those who simply talk about it. The key is to shift our perspective on failure. Instead of viewing it as a negative reflection on our abilities, we can choose to see it as an opportunity for growth and learning. We can ask ourselves, what went wrong? What can I learn from this experience? How can I do better next time? Section 5. From Setbacks to Triumphs. Learning from history. History is replete with stories of individuals who faced seemingly insurmountable setbacks, only to emerge stronger and more successful. These individuals didn't possess some superhuman ability to avoid failure. Instead, they shared a remarkable capacity to learn from their mistakes, adapt to changing circumstances, and persevere in the face of adversity. Take, for instance, the story of Albert Einstein. He didn't speak fluently until he was 9 years old and struggled in school. He was even expelled from school at one point. Yet, he went on to become one of the most brilliant minds of the 20th century, revolutionizing our understanding of the universe. Or consider the journey of J.K. Rowling, the author of the beloved Harry Potter series. She faced rejection after rejection from publishers, before finally finding someone willing to take a chance on her work. She was a single mother struggling to make ends meet, yet she persevered, driven by her passion and belief in her story. These stories, and countless others like them, teach us that setbacks are not the antithesis of success. They are often the very ingredients that forge resilience, ignite creativity, and propel us toward our greatest achievements. Section 6. The Power of Perspective. Transforming mistakes into mastery. The ability to transform mistakes into mastery hinges on the power of perspective. It's about reframing our experiences, shifting our focus from the sting of failure to the potential for growth. Think of it like this. Imagine you're learning to ride a bike. You're bound to fall a few times, scrape your knees, maybe even shed a few tears. But each wobble, each tumble, teaches you something crucial about balance, coordination, and the importance of getting back up again. Mistakes are the training wheels of life. They provide us with the feedback we need to refine our skills, adjust our approach, and ultimately achieve mastery in our chosen endeavors. The key is to approach them with curiosity rather than judgment, to view them not as evidence of our shortcomings but as signposts guiding us toward greater understanding. Rather, it's about cultivating a mindset that allows us to view setbacks as an integral part of the learning process, a necessary stepping stone on the path to success. Section 7. Cultivating a growth mindset. Practical steps for success. Cultivating a growth mindset requires conscious effort and practice. It's about rewiring our brains to embrace challenges, persist in the face of obstacles, and view effort as the path to mastery. Here are some practical steps to help you cultivate a growth mindset and turn your stupid moments into opportunities for growth. Embrace self-awareness. The first step is to acknowledge our own biases and tendencies. We all have blind spots, areas where our judgment might be clouded. By becoming aware of these patterns, we can start to challenge them and make more conscious choices. Challenge your assumptions. Don't be afraid to question your own beliefs and assumptions. What evidence do you have to support them? Are there alternative perspectives you haven't considered? Seek out feedback. Ask trusted friends, colleagues, or mentors for honest feedback on your work and decision-making. Welcome constructive criticism as an opportunity for growth. Embrace continuous learning. Make a commitment to lifelong learning. Section 8. Turning stupid into stepping stones, a call to action. The next time you find yourself staring down the barrel of a mistake, a misstep, a moment of utter stupidity, remember this: you are not alone. We are all works in progress, forever stumbling and striving, learning and growing. The key is to view these moments not as indictments of our intelligence, but as opportunities for transformation. Embrace the discomfort of self-reflection. Challenge your assumptions, seek out new perspectives, and above all, remember that failure is not the opposite of success, it's a vital ingredient. Let us turn our stupid moments into stepping stones, propelling us toward a future where we embrace the messy, iterative nature of growth and unlock our full potential, one stumble at a time.